Friends, welcome you all in the new session of TutorialLiv C programming. So in this session we will do our first hello world program. Just starting with the program, we will see where the header files reside. So in last session only we had discussed that once we install Turbo C++ editor, a folder gets created with name Turbo 3 in our C drive. There is a folder include. We can see all the header files. The most popular header file stdio.h. Let's search for stdio.h. You can see the stdio.h resides here. So in C include folder, all the header files that gets provided through Borland Turbo C++ editor will reside inside this particular include folder. Okay, so make it remember for our future use. So let's start this particular Turbo C++ step. To that, you can just click on the start icon and click on Turbo C++, or there is this icon, same icon will be there on the desktop also. You can double click on that particular icon and get it started. So let's do from here. Once I click on Turbo C++ icon, we'll see this kind of window get started. And if I want to run this on full screen, I will check mark on this particular checkbox and click on Start Turbo C++. You will see the DOS editor started in full screen mode. While in the last session only, we have seen that it was in a small window. Now we need to run this particular, we need to write our first program. So the code will be has include stdio.h. The spelling is wrong, include, and as include include conio.h void main. In our last session, once we are discussing void main, that time I told you that the void, whatever in Turbo C++ Borland editor will be in the white color, those are the keywords. Okay, so void, you can see it's in the white color, it's a keyword in C++ programming. Now we need to write clrscr to clear our DOS window, the output window. Now whatever we want to printf. We have discussed these things in our previous session. If you want to get more idea, you can see my previous lectures. Hello world from tutorial live. Okay, so now we will compile this program. Why we compile this program? We compile this particular program to convert the source code in machine code. Okay, so we will compile it. Once we click, we can directly use the keyboard Alt and F9 to compile the program, or we can choose this particular menu bar compile and click on the compile Alt F9. So you can see it's been compiled with 2 errors. Okay, the lines compiled at 463. In our previous sessions only, we have discussed that the lines that has been written here, the compilation lines will be more than that. Why? Because the header files, the stdio.h and the conio.h has some other functions that reside inside this. Those also will get compiled. So first we need to correct this particular thing. So what is it? Semicolon. The semicolon is missing. Let's compile it again. So now it's 0 errors, 0 warnings. But I want to tell you one thing. So we have seen the path. If I go in the options and directories, mark my word, if you see in some of the after some of the installation, if you are doing fresh installation, you will see the path will be like C and TC. But we have just seen that this particular include folder doesn't reside inside this particular TC folder. It resides inside Turbo C3 folder. As I said you, we need to remember the path of include, lib, and the source path. These all 3 folders resides inside Turbo C3 folder. So we need to correct this particular path, Turbo C3, because the header files reside in this particular include folder, and we need to get the exact path where this particular stdio.h or any of the header files that we got from Borland editor. So we need to configure this path correctly. We have this path correctly. If I just let's see the example, what will happen if I just make this path incorrect, C, TC and include, click on the OK. Now if I compile this particular thing, you will see there is an error. Once I click on this, once I click any key from my keyboard, you will see unable to open file stdio.h and the conio.h. It is not able to find these header files. So that's why we need to configure these directories. This particular configuration is available inside option and the directories path. You need to correct this particular path with C turbo C3. You need to find where this particular turbo C3 folder is in your system. It's usually it resides in the C folder only, and the name will be turbo C3. Click on OK. Now recompile this particular program. Now it's error free. We need to run this program. We can directly run by typing by pressing Ctrl and F9 from our keyboard. Otherwise we can go into the run menu and click on this particular run option. So it gets executed, is already run, but we cannot see the output here. Why? The output will get displayed on the console window. And how we can get the console window? We need to press Alt F5 from our keyboard, and you will see. Okay, we can click on the exit button by typing ESC. Okay, there is no error, but we need to see this particular output. Click on run, Control F9. Okay, there is one error. What is the error? Undefined printf module hello.c. Okay, so there is a mistake in this particular line. It's only printf. It should be printf. So let's save this program again and click on compile, Alt F9. Now it's error free. So you have seen that this particular function, printf function, once we have discussed in our last session, it resides in stdio.h file. The code has been compiled, but it's a runtime error because this particular function, it won't be able to find in this particular stdio.h particular header file. So let's run it again. Click on run. So it's now error free. Click Alt and F5. You will see the output hello world from TutorialLiv. If you want to go back to the editor, you will just press any key or enter from our console window. So that is the first program of hello world from through C programming language. Let's see some more details about this editor, how we can make better use of this particular editor. Once you will right click on any of the header file, like I have clicked on the header file, you will just press ESC to get out of this. Once we will right click on this particular header file, you will see all the functions that has been defined in this particular header file. You can see we have used this particular printf function. I have told you that this printf function resides inside stdio.header file. Click ESC. Once I click on conio.h, right click on conio.h, you can see there is one file function, CLR function. If we want to know some more details about the function, we will just right click on the function. You will see the details about those function, what it do. Okay. So similarly, we can get the idea about different header files, different function, what is defined, whatever has been given us through this editor. Okay. So that is no, one more thing I want to tell you. Okay. So in my last session only, we have seen, I have told you that this particular void main is the entry point of our execution, not the compilation thing. So let's do some test here. I'm renaming this particular main with TutorialLiv. Okay, I'm not keeping it like main TutorialLiv. I rename this particular function with TutorialLiv, and let's see what will happen. Once I compile it, it won't throw any error. The compilation is successful. So it proves the compilation entry point is not this particular main function. Okay, but once we will run this particular thing, there is an error. What's the error? It is saying undefined symbol main in module c0.asm. It is not able to find this particular main function. Okay, so that proves also that main is the entry point of our execution of the program. It is not the entry point of our compilation of the program, because compilation is already successful. Let's go out of this. Okay, so we'll correct this particular error by writing main. So that is all for today's session. In our next session, we will see some more programs from C. Till then, thank you. Bye bye.